Okay, I'm going to do a pre-tied Robin's hip carry, and I reinforce it as well, rather than just doing cross passes. I'm going to use a size 7 wrap because, well, that's what I brought with me, and I also like to tie it in the bum, so size 7 works well for that. You could do it with a 6 or a 5 probably easily as well. Okay, so I'm just going to tie on and then I'll get baby. So I'm finding the middle marker. I'm gathering it up in my right hand. I like to have the pouch that they're sitting in on my right hand side and the shoulder cap on my left. So I'm grabbing it. Thanks, Ben. Holding on to it once I've made a loop with my left hand. And then putting my arm through it like I would a ring sling. Okay, and then what I usually find is I need to move it so that the middle marker is roughly over my left shoulder. And that's where it is. Okay, and that works well for me wanting to bring it around and tie in front. So take the front pass over the back one and then flip the back one over, making sure it doesn't get twisted. So it's just going back over to this side, over top of your first pass. Again, keeping it not twisted. And then you can let it fall. I want to keep that quite high up there because that's where ideally where I want it to finish. Okay, so then I'm just going to enlarge my pouch a little bit. Put my arm in and judge roughly the size I want it to be. So I'm just going to find my top and bottom rails. Okay, that's my bottom rail, so I want to make that a little bit tighter. So the pouch is a bit smaller. It's fine. Bring that in a little bit now as well. Don't want to have to do too much adjusting once he's in. Okay. So then again, not twisting it, so trying to keep the top rail on the top. I'm bringing it back over. So we're seeing the reverse side. Okay. This is again where I gather up my behind tail. Again, making sure it's not twisted. Crossing at my hip. And at the moment I'm just going to tie it behind me. Okay, so you might be wondering why on earth I'm pre-tying it rather than just tying it over. And the reason is because he leg straightens a lot. Okay, which makes life very difficult for me, and he back arches. And trying to do this carry with it not pre-tied is very difficult because you need to hold on to various ends because you've got 2 free ends and their weight in it. And it's just really tricky for me to do essentially without pre-tying it the way he is. Okay, so now I'm going to get him and we'll see what he's like. Hey, he's teething at the moment, so he's not in the best of moods. But he is tired right now, so I'm going to put his feet, feet through the pouch, and then, so this foot is going to go under this pass and over this one. The back foot needs to go under that first pass that's coming down there and then over this bit here. Okay, so shift him around to the side, bring that up his back a bit. Now I'm going to create a seat. Now I have to reach under that pass to do it properly. So I reach under the pass and then tuck it up under him nice and far. So nicely tucked up under on that side as well. So it's really well tucked up. Okay, and then I'm going to spread my first pass, which is this one. Okay. Yep. want to tuck this up under him. I need to pull out slack now because I have a lot of extra slack in here. So grab it down there and pull. Okay, and then same on this side. Bring that one all the way up and get it tucked under. Tucking it nicely high up and under. So we're not just doing like a cross pass that's bunched, it's actually coming all the way up and forming what I call a hammock pass, but that's a bit debatable at the moment what it should really be called. So now he's in there, it's quite secure actually, but I've got a little bit of tightening to do, which I can do now if I want. I can figure out where I want this. I'm going to spread it over my shoulder a little bit. Spread that down. Got a bit of tightening to do here, so I can pull that through there if I want. Pull it around to the front. Bounce, tighten, bounce, tighten. This one still seems a bit loose, so there we go. It's looking and feeling good. Now I untie it, gather it up. Neatly. And then I said if you had a 6 or 5, you could just tie there, but I like to bring it back around to the front. Tie under the bum. Not really necessary with a 10-month-old, but with an older toddler, it gives a bit of extra support, which is nice. So, button that down. Here we go. I tend to just do a single knot because it's really not going anywhere, and I know the knot's at my front, but you can do a double knot if you prefer. If the knot was behind me, then I would definitely do a double knot, no question. So that's that Carrie. I find it very comfortable. He usually falls asleep very quickly. He can't really arch or leg straighten out of this at all. The other thing, if you don't like to have it too capped over your shoulder, sometimes what I do is pull it down. If you want to spread it away from your neck a little bit, and then I fold up, and you can fold it up along there. And likewise, this layer can fold up over top of the second layer, and then you're not as capped if it's a feel you don't like. And that's us. We like this Carrie. I often do it with a ring here instead of the fold, or I used to with Chloe, but again when I'm pre-tying it, this is easy enough, and actually if he gets a bit fiddly, having a bit of grip there, friction, makes things a bit easier. He can't slide things around as much. Anyway, this is a reinforced Robin's Hip Carrie with a size 7 wrap and a 10-month-old.